They're not out of it, but they've got a lot of work ahead of them. 56 plays 33. Here we go. Wine up against Manson in the opening bounce of the second half. Manson gets a good run of it, but Wine has that distinct height advantage that is so helpful to him. Fitzroy get the first one. It's going to put real pressure on the Dogs. Wine takes it from Baldwin on the defensive side of centre. He floats a kick up over the wing, and the ironical cheers go up as a Footscray free kick is being paid for holding. Hunter will take it. Long up towards half forward. What a fly and what a mark by Keenan Reynolds. Well, something's got to lift the Dogs. Can that do the trick? It's a poor kick, however. It floats into the arms of Seacamp, and Paul Roos casually lumbers out of defence. At the back is Wine. He turns. Has a look back up towards the forward line, but a very poorly directed kick, and the mark taken by Guard. Back he goes again to his skipper. Roos over the top to Seacamp. He's under pressure, but does get the hand pass away. Armstrong and Broderick combined. Fitzroy go deep into their attacking zone once more. Was there illegal shepherding? Was there holding? Gale runs into his own teammate. The ball spills free at the back of the pack. Now the opportunity is with Lynch. He shows dash as he swings round, kicks in towards goal. But he's off target, one behind.
And Jimmy Wine alone in the square there. Maybe that would have been on. Alistair Lynch has now kicked 2 goals for.
Margin 24 points. Tui goes towards the outer side. Stanfield works his way in front. Right half back. Stanfield towards the wing. Liberatore has it knocked away by Baldwin. Well played. He got some head in there as well, Baldwin. In fact, Liberatore is down hurt. He doesn't feign it. This is McCarthy meantime. Across to the run of Caven. Now Armstrong inside the 50. Way off target. Out of bounds on the full. Liberatore is on his feet. Baldwin was bearing down on him. Watch this again. What happened was he punched the ball into Liberatore's face. Good call by the umpire. Here's Stanfield in the back pocket. High kick towards the wing. The Sun a problem. Roos reaching over the top out there. Manson was there as well. Cameron took them all on. Dragged down in a tackle. Liberatore again battles after the ball. Armstrong's in there. Wine stood up in the tackle. Got it away to Ellen. Brilliantly smothered off the boot by McCarthy. This is Wine hugging the boundary line. And Cameron takes it across. So a throw in on the outer side.
That was a brilliant, absolutely brilliant smother there from John McCarthy.
Pressure right on the lines now. The Dogs are going to throw everything at them to try and get back into this game. Wine wins the tap off to Wallace. Now Hunter down towards centre wing. Roos couldn't take it cleanly. He does have backup support through Caven. Couldn't take the mark. Reynolds under pressure. The ball spills free towards Atkins. He's set upon by Jimmy Wine. It's very tight. It's very tense, but Croft is clear. Goes up towards the half-forward line. Zanotti's given away a free kick. The ball will have to come back. So the Dogs, through Danny Delray, have a chance to close the gap.
An alarming stat, I thought, in that first half at half-time. Footscray with 15 tackles and Tony Liberatore with 5 of those tackles. So the remainder of the team, only 10 tackles between them.
A third of his team's tackles. Well, they desperately need one. But this will make the margin just 3 kicks. Kicking from just on 50. And struggled with the distance. Down goes Reynolds. He's got a free kick. 5 metres out.
Actually, Reynolds has been very good since he's been moved up onto that forward line. Had some problems with Alistair Lynch when he was playing at full back. But had 3 shots at goal in the second quarter. He didn't convert, only kicking 3 behinds now from point blank range.
He does convert. That might fire up the Dogs. Reynolds gets his first. And more importantly for Footscray, they get the first goal of the second half.
Yes, they really needed that to get the ball rolling in this second half. Footscray, a very ordinary first half with Fitzroy with all the enthusiasm. I think there would have been a lot of soul searching done at half time. A lot of Footscray players with no influence on this match whatsoever in that first half. Coleman, one of those, he's spending a bit of time on the interchange bench.
So the margin back to 18 points. Wind and Manson to go at it. Bounce favours Wind. Straight down to Broderick. There was shepherding, and Wind will take the free kick. Fitzroy player stepping in the Giants' path. Now Cameron getting some touches early in this term. Penetrating kick. Delray almost a very good mark. It's been paid. Strong hands in the pack from Danny Delray.
Well, you can just get the feeling that things just starting to turn around a little bit. Delray there, one grab. Well, the umpire thought he marked it anyway. That's the main thing. I didn't think he held it long enough, Sandy, but Delray yet to register a goal from about 35 metres.
Important kick this one then. Very slight angle. Delray steers it through. Footscray are coming back. Delray gets his first, and the margin is now 12 points.
Critical time now in this match as we go back in the centre. Just 12 points the margin. Atkins sends Footscray within 50 metres once again. It's all the Dogs at the moment. Reynolds gets it away. They go charging down towards full forward. And that one bounces through for one behind from West. Not a pretty looking kick, but he almost converted as Robert Shaw and the Lions camp shows some concern at this comeback. Zanotti to the outer side. Caven in very late from the side. Guard. A hurried left foot kick to a vacant wing area. And a throw in on the outer side. Michael Gale. Whereas the number 7 Guernsey playing his 96th game. He kicked a goal in the second quarter. Manson. Atkins over the top. Brett Stevens has spent some time on the bench. It looks as though he's preparing to come back on. So the Lions are obviously looking to make another change. They need a steadier, whereas Footscray would dearly love the next one. I thought Hunter could have almost got a free kick and then perhaps another one out to the Dogs, but not paid. Almost thrown out. Cameron's away. He's starting to come into the game, Leon Cameron. He finds Kellett just on the defensive side of centre. The wheel has turned a little to half forward. Plenty of flyers. Who's going to be first to recover? Koyunuk. Good hand pass. Cameron has followed play down. Shoots towards goal, but he's off target. And another behind goes on the ball.
Very quiet early, Leon Cameron, but he came into the game in the last 10 minutes of that second quarter. And now with 13 possessions, he had only about 3 up to the 20-minute mark of the second term. Starting to have a marked influence on the match.
Well, the on-ball is certainly. The players have been pivotal to this revival as the ball goes towards the outer side. Ruse leads back in the race, but Liberatore with pace, and the speed of the Bulldogs now is hurting the Lions. Cameron gets it across to Atkins, who runs towards centre half forward, goes long down towards full forward. Delray works his way in front, got a hand to it. McCarthy intended for guard. Koyunuk hard against the boundary line. Floats one back towards the pocket. Zanotti and Delray, they collide. Caven only as far as Hawkins. Hawkins is centering kick. Kellett. And Kellett is only 30 metres out on a very slight angle.
And this to make the margin 4 points. So what a turnaround, Dennis.
Yeah, the breeze not a factor. It's blowing gently across the ground as Kellett comes in and kicks truly. 7-11 to 8-9. Footscray starting in grand fashion in this second half.
And Peter Caven paying the ultimate price, Bernie.
There's Caven off and Brett.
The Dogs are barking here at Princes Park. Fitzroy now desperately needs a steadier as Seacamp goes charging down towards the half-forward line. He wanted Wind, who was held when he didn't have possession, and he'll take the free kick. He can put the Lions deep into attack. But instead elects to go with a hand pass to Paul Broderick. He booted a goal in the second quarter. The man in front must be paid. That's the way it works. Footscray holding firm at the moment. Stanfield from fullback. Wants his big man, and he doesn't let him down. He'll peel off, and he manages to thread a hand pass through. Suddenly, everything going Footscray's way. Croft.
Holding free kick there against Brett Stevens. Keenan Reynolds.
So Reynolds will take it. He's outside 50, Bernie.
Probably just too far to score.
He's got Delray, but he elects to go shorter. He's got Bernard Toohey.
Must take it back because he didn't kick over the mark, Sandy. So Keenan Reynolds still about 55 metres out.
And he's still got Delray down in that forward zone, giving him a lead into the pocket. Now he centres it, but he elects to go long. It floats in the air. Guard comes in from the side. At the back, Hawkins. Ooh, his idea was right. They've still got possession. West in trouble. Goes with a hand pass. Hawkins again. It looks good. What a snap. The Dogs are back. What a goal. Good work from Scott West. And the Bulldogs, their skipper has been quiet. But there is an inspirational goal, Bernie.
Certainly was, Sandy. And it's been all Footscray at the start of this third quarter. Great turn by the Dogs. We're only 10 minutes into it. 4 goals to Footscray. Only the one behind to Fitzroy. Here's the replay. Doug Hawkins almost. Colin Yook feeds it out to Scotty West, who's added a little bit of life in that forward line. A bit of movement, a bit of bite around the packs.
Great snap by Hawkins, and now Footscray attacking again, but this time Fitzroy getting a free kick to hold things up. It's Brett Stevens. Manson is off the ground. Matthews coming on for added mobility. Pace is hurting them at the present time, Fitzroy. What a transformation. 4 goals in 10 minutes by the Bulldogs as Gale has the ball on the outer side. Got it from Baldwin. Over the top to McCarthy, who runs down to left half forward. They've come from nowhere, Footscray. McCarthy down towards Lynch. Wearing him closely, Stanfield. They scramble after it. Elliott is knocked off for holding the ball. Hunter to take the free kick in the back pocket. Right sunny day, matching the disposition now of Footscray supporters. To the outer side, wind in front. It falls forward, taken by Wallace. Sweeping hand pass, Liberatore. Look at the spring in their step. Mansfield, Chellitt. Great football. This is Allen. He storms through the middle. Collinup comes on the lead, tracks it down towards the pocket. He'll snap at goal. He pulls it back, in fact, for the kick-off line. Delray in front, and he's going to get a free kick. Over the shoulder, the call, and Delray on the kick-off line. That was clever football by Collinup. He could have been forgiven for snapping at goal, but he had the presence of mind to pull it back. And suddenly Zanotti was out of position.
Yes, an obvious free kick over the shoulder of Danny Delray.
He's got one this afternoon. This for an 8-point lead. Remarkable. He's kicked it.
And who said you could write the Dogs off, Bernie Quinlan?
Well, I think Ross Glendinning did, didn't he? In one word, no. They couldn't get back into it. Sorry, Roscoe. But 4 goals is not a big margin in modern-day football. It can turn around very quickly. Shane Allen has also provided a bit of run into the back line there with Prediuk off the ground. Colin Yook, he knew he had no chance of kicking that goal from that position. Centred the ball. We saw the right hand of Zanotti over Delray's shoulder.
An amazing turnaround here at Princes Park. Footscray has kicked 5 goals to Fitzroy's 1 point in this third quarter. Wine, Atkins, they're alight. Atkins fires it long in towards full forward. But he's off direction. Oh, they're on a high at the moment.
Half-time, the centre square was 10-4. I think Footscray almost drawn on terms in that department.
Zanotti will bring it back into play after Atkins' long spiral punt went out on the foot. Crowd really enjoying this match. Oh, what a mark by Paul Roos. One of the champions of the game.
Vintage Roos, wasn't it?
It
Terrific
was.
mark.
He plays on quickly with a hand pass to Broderick, who drifts it in towards the centre. And the mark taken by Ashley Matthews. Fresh legs. He goes back to Roos, who stabs in towards the middle. That wasn't a good pass. Now they've turned it over. Liberatore gets it away to Kellett. He bounces his way across half forward. He gets clear. He's still going. Shoots in towards goal. But he's pulled it away to the left. And the one behind is the result. Terry Wheeler looking a little calmer. 9-12, plays 8-9.
Footscray by 9 points. Morris kicks in, members side. Ellen the leaper from behind. Knocked on intelligently there by Broderick. McCarthy did well, and now Armstrong runs to the 50. Long kick, great kick. He gets his first. And Fitzroy pull it back to 3 points. Stirring goal, that one. 56 plays 63. Play restarts with a bad bounce. Wide of the ruckman. Elliott dragged down by Liberatore. Right in the thick of the action. Tony Liberatore. Wind alongside him. 2 Brownlow medalists. That hasn't happened for a long time. One roving to another. Rucks go at it. Wind back to back with Matthews. It comes down to Broderick. Nicely done. He boots it down towards centre half forward. He turned the defence around. Awkward bounce for Ellen down there. Hunter was taken high surely, and he'll get the free kick. Mark Hunter gets 50 as well.
Well, I thought Hunter just ran straight into Jimmy Wine there. There's very little Jimmy Wine could do about that. And I think he's got a right to complain.
He's certainly doing that. A lot of feeling in this game. The stakes are high. The loser today falls off the pace in terms of a finals berth. It's early going, I know, but these sort of victories have to be gained, as Matthews did well. Lays it off to Roos, who pumps it back towards centre half forward. Stanfield from behind fisting away. Gale tries to crash his way through. McCarthy shovels it out. It's taken by Lynch. Dunstan is on down the ground. It floats to him. It hangs in the air. Did he take the mark? Not according to the umpire. Mansfield breaks away. It must have seemed like an eternity for the youngster. And bad luck for the Lions as the ball is driven out of bounds on the outer side. Lynch was in the tackle. He tried to move the ball. He kicked it about 30 metres in the air and about 20 metres in distance. Now that is almost a mark.
Almost. A line ball.
Anybody's game here at Princes Park. A lightning third quarter. Dundas ridden into the ground. Free on half forward. First to it, Stanfield. Gets it away. Footscray now wanting the steadier. It's on the centre wing. Baldwin has pace. Swings it low into half forward. Well delivered kick. Wine goes steaming through to full forward. Couldn't quite take it again. And it's bottled up 30 metres out of the Fitzroy scoring zone. And the Roys at the moment trailing by just 3 points.
He's got the tempo of a finals game, hasn't he?
It has. It's certainly lifted since half-time, Dennis.
Satori is there, so he'll do the ruck work. Trying to storm through was Dunstan. Couldn't do so. Mansfield close to the boundary line with him. There's Michael Gale. Another throw-in. Satori again to do the ruck work. Wine couldn't get an effective run at it. The Dundas to Gale. The left foot snap in towards goal. The bounce! Oh, that has bounced through for an amazing goal. Well, we're seeing it all here at Princes Park. The Roys are back in front. 10-9 plays 9-12.
Atkins out of the middle. Footscray. Good defensive mark down there by Stevens. Well, it's a question as to who kicked that last goal. Was it the man in the pocket, Gale, or McCarthy in the square? I'm not sure. This is Lynch. Did brilliantly. Boots it inside the attacking 50. Stanfield at full stretch. Couldn't rake it in. McPherson. Hard against the boundary line was Ellen. Over the top, Hunter took the hand pass and boots it back towards half-back and wide. Wasting no time. Feeds Liberatore, who boots it out wide. Opportunity for West. Took it well. Now he's in trouble. Awkward hand pass. Well taken by Croft. Well tackled by Guard. Brought him down. Roos hasn't got it. He'll get the free kick.
Great tackle by Guard.
It was excellent, but Paul Roos with experience there just held off the picking up that ball. Knew the tackle was about to be applied.
Guard's had a very good game. Roos goes to the wing. Lynch up in front, fisted away by Stanfield, taken by Reynolds. This is Kellett. To his own advantage goes the hand pass. Left it behind though. Sliding in was Broderick. Guard again, did nicely. Armstrong to Seacamp, who boots it towards half forward. In from the side, McPherson fisting away. Taken by Wallace. Wallace went looking for Wyatt. He left it behind. Picked up by Seacamp. Oh, great tackle by Wyatt, who made the mistake but came back to make amends. He's dragged off it. Spinning out of trouble, Armstrong met solidly. Crashing in is Gale. Gets the hand pass away. Socket off the ground by Dunstan. Going in there is Stanfield. He's pulled off the kick. Kellett slides in. He was tripped and he'll get the free kick.
As you said, Dennis, there's a real finals atmosphere here. West has it on centre wing. To half forward. The Roys having the numbers. Hawkins in a little late. Going to be a free kick going the way of Fitzroy. Ashley Matthews is going to be brought up to centre wing with 50 metres. So Matthews' kick will send the Lions deep into attack. At the moment they lead by 3 points. Goes for the hand pass to Broderick. To half forward. Allen, the big man, although a youngster, recovered well. Baldwin is quick. Onto the left foot. Pulls it back, but nowhere near enough. Out of bounds on the floor. We have just over 8 minutes of this third quarter remaining. Bernard Toohey will bring it back into play. So it looks at this stage if it's going to go down to the wire this afternoon. Toohey's kick to the outer side. There's a lot of pushing and shoving off the ball going on, and it eventually goes over the line. Hands on hips, Alistair Lynch. Caven and Manson running the boundary line at the moment. They're on the interchange. For the Roys, Wine at the bottom of the pack. Jimmy Wine gets it out to Baldwin. Flicking it up towards Dundas. He recovers. Still going. Needs help. And he gets it. Back again to Dundas. They're still outside 50. Wine's kick puts them into the attacking zone now. Satori!
Well, you can't deny the Lions. They withstood a terrific challenge by Footscray early in the term. They fought back, they've steadied. Now Satori to put them 9 points in front.
Only his second mark for the day, but it's an important one. Directly in front. He sneaks it home, and they are 9 points in front. Fitzroy. Footscray 9-12.
Well, it's still anybody's game. It's a terrific contest here at Princes Park. Both sides giving their utmost. As Dennis said, a real finals-type atmosphere. Satori, the player, kicking that goal. He's been fairly quiet, well held early. He's being picked up now by Bernard Toohey.
75-66. Lynch is rucking at the present time against Wyand. Did well, did Lynch. Punched on by Baldwin, down towards left half forward. Mansfield and Gale, both recruited from Tasmania. They battle after the ball. Dundas arrives. Well done. Back to goal, but chips across and finds Wyand. Just under 7 minutes till three-quarter time. Seacamp at close quarters, very close quarters. Back to Seacamp. Just gets away from Liberatore, but the kick affected as a result. McPherson boots it back out wide. This is Reynolds on the wing. A chance for something good to happen for Footscray, but not with that kick. It's a shocker. Valiant attempt at the mark there by Croft, but it spills out of bounds. Well, when people talk about spirit in the AFL, I guess these are the two clubs they point to. Fitzroy and Footscray. We'll find out more over the next 35 minutes or so. One forward by Reynolds. West, a clever handball into the path of Liberatore. Delray roving the pack. It falls in front, but Zanotti sensing the danger. Waste in. Knocked it away from Delray and carries it across the boundary. Good defence. 14 possessions for that man. Gets no stat that time, but he did very well for his team. Under 6 minutes. Thrown in down towards the pocket. Cameron. Collinhook. High floating kick. In front Seacamp on his chest.
Marcus Seacamp gives it away. Bruce goes in towards the centre. The Lions certainly showing character at the moment as Lynch sends them in towards Satori, rode the bump.
Oh no.
Push against McCarthy.
Well, I thought it was body on body.
Push?
No, I thought it was body on body. Both players bumping as they went to take that mark.
Yeah, well, McCarthy has lost it. Lynch and Roos at the back. It's the latter. Dundas gets a shocking bounce. Footscray have the numbers. Stanfield's hand pass. Kellett drifts into the middle. The Suns still playing havoc. Kolyanook was his target. He was held, and he'll take the free kick. Steve Kolyanook. Short little chip over the top. Finds former skipper Steve Wallace. 204th game for Steve Wallace. Here's the lead from the Hawk.
Well, he's been paid that mark. Quite a very quiet afternoon for Dougie Hawkins. That's his first mark, in fact. There it is, a good lead. One grab, two grab, brings it to the ground, almost. Well, did he have control of it?
Not clean with his marking today, is he?
No, he's normally very sure with his hands.
Let's see what he can do with his fifth kick. One behind.
That's 1 goal, 2 to Dougie Hawkins.
Margin of 8 points. Zanotti. Oh. Now this is what he loves. Loves a run. He's down to the centre almost, Mark Zanotti. Now he gives it away to Jeremy Gard. Up towards the 50-metre line. Again, Footscray have the numbers, and it's defensively taken over the line. A throw in by Bernard Tui, and Mark Zanotti starts the long trek back.
Exciting stuff, but a little bit risky, I felt, Sandy. A couple of those bounces.
Wine, Satori. Wine the height advantage. Matthew Armstrong under a ton of pressure. Roderick underground. Here's an opportunity for Dundas inside 50. Heads for home! Matty Dundas, a steady goal for the Lions. 12-9 plays Footscray's 9-13.
Matty Dundas has been in everything in this.
Back in the middle, Satori to Dundas, who was the recipient of a great hand pass from Paul Broderick to kick that last goal. Seacamper's strong tackle brought Stanfield down. And my word, haven't they responded to the challenge, the Lions? Chested out of there by Matthews. Down goes Elliott. It's jarred free. Dundas over the ball now. Sweeping hand pass. Broderick's in trouble. Dragged off it. Wallace commits to the ball. Dundas on top of him. And a whistle. So a ball up inside the attacking 50.
Seacamp in a spot of bother behind plate.
He copped a very strong tackle and was slammed to the ground. 12-9. 9-13. About 5 minutes ago, Footscray were in front. Stanfield over the ball. Atkins cleverly. Cameron's away through the middle now. Cameron inside the 50. Del Rey comes on the lead at full stretch. Fine mark.
Beautiful kick by Leon Cameron. Not a problem either side of his body. And that time on his natural kicking foot, the right foot. A good lead from Danny Del Rey out in front of Mark Zanotti. And not much he could do about that one.
Del Rey has got 2 this afternoon. Zanotti generally has been the master in that duel. Del Rey, very important kick. The breeze going left to right. He should start this one at the left goal post. We can follow it. He starts it right and it stays right and goes through for a behind. Not a good kick, that one.
It didn't spin like a drop punt even, did it, Dennis? Ordinary off the boot. Danny's usually a very reliable kick. He kicks the ball as well as anybody at Footscray, but today he just seems to have lost confidence in his kicking.
9-14 to 12-9. Margin is 13 points. It was 23 points at half-time. Here's Roos, who took a spectacular mark earlier in the term. He goes to the outer side. It's all set up out there for Cameron. And he doesn't disappoint the Bulldog faithful. That was a spring heel jack leap. He goes down towards the pocket, and Reynolds, who's been lively on the forward line, takes a strong mark. Initially not in best position. So Reynolds inside the 50. He'll kick from about 45. This to pull it back to 7 points. They're good figures. Keenan Reynolds. Good looking attempt. It's a beauty. Top game this one. Reynolds gets his second. And the Bulldogs fight back.
2 goals, 3 now to Keenan. Has been very lively across half forward.
7 points the margin. Under a minute remaining. A very important minute for both sides. A high kick by Elliott to the half forward line. Pressure now on the Footscray defence. It's with Mark Hunter, who heads to the outer side. They could have the numbers here. Wallace could go over the top. Croft, he can run the boundary line. 70 metres out. Centres the kick. Delray's got to beat about 5 of them. He does have support in West. Runs out of room. Atkins at the bottom of the pack. Look at the desperation of that Fitzroy defence now as they lock it up. Under 30 seconds remaining. 7 points the margin. So it's going to come down to a big last quarter. Gale gets the hand pass out. Atkins taken off the football, but he recovers to try and push it wider for Delray. Claimed by Dundas. Gale and Dundas combine. They're out of trouble, the Lions. Time may beat them. Down towards full forward. It will. There's the siren for three-quarter time as Bernard Toohey clears. Three-quarter time at Princes Park. Fitzroy are 12-9, 81. Leading Footscray 10-14, 74.